All right. So let's go ahead and boy,
We're recording.
that's good. Yep, we are recording. Now all I gotta do is hit the button for Facebook to
And
go
that's
live.
like the 3 little dots that you hit and you put Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Hey, guess what, Daryl and Zach? We are live again with the weekend briefs. How are you guys?
Fantastic. What about yourself? What about Zach?
How are you guys? You good? You good, Zach?
I'm doing well. I'm excited. It's a new background, new setup, so we're gonna change it up a little bit.
Look at that. What is that background? Is that your bedroom? Is that your what do you call those?
No.
I was thinking, beds, the beds that stack.
What,
No. My gym had no. I'm past that age. My gym has offices, so I'm using it for today.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Daryl, what's going on with you? How was your week? What do you got going on?
Well, my week was fantastic. And
Do you have some news that you want to share with us?
My team is in the process of looking at something, but I can't discuss right now. But yep. So as for news, Commercial Multifamily Mastermind Group presents the weekend brief for September 11th, 2020 with Julianne Peterson from O Capital, Zach Week from the Multifamily Group, and Daryl Murphy Sr., myself, from the Murphy Baynard Group, which that has to be changed now. I got to get me a new logo.
Why is that, Daryl?
It's now the Murphy Baynard Financial Group, LLC.
Wow, that sounds wonderful.
Why the change?
You know what that means, right? You know
that
why.
Means you're doing loans.
Well, today's brief will be coming from globestreet.com. Multifamily industry cautious on collections of upcoming months. As the U.S. still faces coronavirus pandemic and millions of unemployed, the multifamily industry is cautious on collections in the upcoming months, as only a minimal amount of extra unemployment benefits are planned, according to a report from Yardi Matrix. Collections have yet to decline a material amount, but if unemployed Americans are left without additional stimulus in the coming months, we could see a different story play out in the fall and winter months, according to the report. The August report says rents nationally dipped by 0.3% in the year-over-year basis, but the document notes that that doesn't mean every place across the country is doing equally as bad. Out of our 132 matrix markets, 108 performed better than the national average in August, leading to the conclusion that the larger markets with significant rent declines are pulling down the national average, according to the document. The Yardi Matrix report says the Midwestern capital city of Indianapolis was the top performer of their top 30 markets and recorded a year-over-year rent growth of 3.5% last month. Yet, there were secondary markets that performed noticeably better compared to Indianapolis on the year-over-year metric. Topping the list are Huntsville 5.7, Boise 5.1, Fort Wayne 5, Portland, Maine 4.9, and Grand Rapids 4.4. These markets have benefited from lower population densities, affordable housing, and the ability to attract tech talent, according to the report. The report noted that Yardi Matrix had been watching Boise and Huntsville before the coronavirus pandemic because they think they have all the characteristics to be included in the next set of tech hub markets. The document said tech hubs were driven in part by educated workers and were some of the best performing markets before the deadly pandemic. But the document also reported that many tech hub markets have had inconsistent rent growth on a month-over-month basis since the start of the coronavirus pandemic. According to the report, San Jose and San Francisco rents have continued to deteriorate rapidly since March, with overall rents dropping by $97 in San Francisco and $143 in San Jose. The three markets with the largest year-over-year rent declines remain unchanged from July. San Jose, negative 5.5%. San Francisco, negative 5.1%. And Boston, negative 2.5%, according to the report. And that's my news from globestreet.com. But I have a question for Julie, because Julie lives in California. What is going on with this Prop 15?
No, Prop 21. Prop 21.
No,
Is that the one you're talking about?
No, Globe Street is talking about Prop 15. No, you never know something. Forget about it. I think Prop 15 was something else. Forget about it. Let it go.
We talked about Prop 21 last week, I believe, and so that's always top of my head.
Yeah. There was something that I was reading about the rents, and I could have sworn that was the prop, but never mind, because I don't have it in front of me. So I can't.
So Prop 21 is the rents. So probably what you were thinking about. You know, we're thinking about Prop 21, as well as top of mind are the fires here. Fires. We got, you know, some brown type skies around us. So we're just putting on our masks and living life here. You know, what's next? About some fires. That's all I gotta say. What's next? But anyway, hey, I did want to talk to you about one change. We haven't really spoken about it. I kind of put a little bit of nuggets out there, but in the past, we've talked about trying to get a Freddy loan without experience. So if you come to me and you say, hey, I've got a deal here, I don't have a deal sponsor, I have some experience in single family, but not in multifamily, and I actually live 100 miles from the property. Can you help me? And so that has been consistently something that we could look at, and now they put a change in from Freddy. That was a Freddy opportunity, okay? You had to be 100 miles from the property, and you had to have a third-party property management. Now that's kind of changed. So the guidelines for Freddy small balance is this: you need to be pre-screened. It's requiring the sponsorship, ownership, experience does not include the following, okay? This is going to be pre-screened if the sponsor does not have the following, okay? 3 multifamily properties of 5 or more units, with the first property being acquired no less than 2 years prior, okay? Or the subject property is the only multifamily asset owned or is owned for less than 5 years. So your sponsor, you got to have a sponsor on these deals who has experience to help you. It's no longer you're on your own. And we have to pre-screen these types of deals. So while we say we can give you a loan, we have to be really careful to have, you know, a list of the things that are required if we're going to put the deal together. So just be aware of that. Okay. This is indefinite. They have put up they're no longer doing an exception. It really is a change. So, you know, if you need some ideas about how to get around that, or maybe some adjustments to your group, let me know. That's a big deal for a lot of our new investors.
Okay. Fantastic.
So quick question.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of people who own maybe 8 to 10 single family homes.
Yeah.
So could they qualify for a small balance?
They're going to have probably a sponsor on that deal. It used to be where they could do it if they lived within 100 miles and a third party. Yeah. So that was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I got it. Remember, you still have to have net worth, liquidity in that area, in that scenario. But now you really do have to have a sponsor. That sponsor has to have experience in multifamily.
Okay.
Yeah, so, makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of a bummer, but yeah.
Did
So that's
that
all I
recently
have.
change? Did
Yes,
that
it
recently
did.
change?
Mhm.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I've been out talking about it, and I had a conversation with my lender, and he's like, oh no, that changed. So I've been like, I gotta get this out. It's really important that we're not telling people, yep, you can get into it. These are the guidelines that have changed just recently.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. And Julie, but and the one thing I love about Julie, she has access to sponsors. So
Yeah.
like if you know, stuff like that. Zach, do you have access to sponsors that's in the Texas market that could help people, like, you know, get their deals if they need a sponsor?
Yeah, so it's funny that you said that. There was a gentleman out of Los Angeles who has high liquidity, and he has he's about 8 to 10 single family homes, and he's looking to get his first multifamily deal.
Yeah.
And he's going through those requirements as needed as well. And so I advised him, I was like, you know, if I was in your position, I would try, one, just from a knowledge standpoint, find a sponsor anyway.
Yeah.
And so I started to, you know, have him talk to people that I've known here in the market, just to get their feedback on, you know, because they went through that same route. So I know a few, and, you know, if people need to get their first deal, I can kind of put them in contact of people who've done it before. But, you know, it's a hard transition to, you know, go from single family to multifamily because of those restrictions. And a lot of people, they'll end up giving equity away just for the experience and the opportunity. Then once they get a couple deals going, then they can go on their own.
Correct. Yeah, that is right. Also, you know, another route would be somebody's just coming in on their own, you know, for their first time. Of course, it would be great to do non-recourse. But in this case, maybe, you know, he jumps in on a bank loan, and we can certainly help him with that. That's going to affect his balance sheet, but it gets the deal done without having a sponsor.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's another option.
Okay. Okay. Well, Zach, what's going on in the market where you are in Texas?
I've seen a lot of Class A transactions these past, you know, couple months. I think these big groups are coming in, having a lot more long-term approach into that. You know, in terms of the Class C properties, that, you know, people are just still a little bit hesitant. They want to see where collections are going and trending. So, you know, it's month to month right now, and so people are asking for updated financials, see where it's trending. And, you know, sooner or later, like I've been saying since the beginning, the expectation of the sellers and it's going to start shortening up a little bit. So, yeah, so I'm just taking one day at a time right now, but so far so good. I mean, transactions have definitely picked up in the past, you know, I would say 4 weeks. And so just trying to get more deals in front of people, and people they've been underwriting them, but they've been kind of following it month to month and see where it's been trending.
Gotcha.
Zach, I got a question for you. Do you have any other offices beyond Houston and Dallas? Do you guys go outside of the MSA?
Yeah. So we have an office also in Tulsa, in Oklahoma. And we do deals in Austin. We have a network there, and some tertiary markets like Killeen, Abilene, these small tertiary markets in Texas.
Okay.
Good.
But no other states?
Besides,
it's a lie. Not a lie. Arkansas
well, not
as well.
Tulsa, I mean, yeah, but okay,
our partner John
Arkansas?
Krebs just got, I think
Jonathan.
he just got his Arkansas license. So I think we do Arkansas now.
Okay, I would love that. I'll have to reach out to Jonathan and see if we can, I'd love some deals there. I've got clients that are looking.
So that's a new market. I forgot to mention. It's brand new. That's why it slipped my mind.
Smart.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
Now you guys remember the Old Capitol Conference is coming up, right?
Oh,
that
yeah.
is October 20th and 21st. You guys got your tickets?
So
Not
I
yet.
saw a link for it, and I was going to register. It's got a price tag on it, Julie.
Yeah, but that is the cheapest you're ever going to pay to listen to some real qualified syndicators. And
Yeah, no, I'm
Neil
excited.
Bawa. I mean, spend
Yeah.
some time with that guy.
That's awesome. So it's going to be virtual this year.
Yeah. But you
Yeah.
know what? When it is in face-to-face, you don't want to miss it. Honestly.
Yeah.
It is a
Yeah.
great conference.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
Great.
I'm starting
Well, I
to hate
hope
the
to see
virtual
you.
thing.
What's that, Daryl?
I need to travel. I'm starting to hate this virtual.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to coming to Texas, and then
Mhm.
it went virtual. So
Well, I think you can still travel. You need to be careful, I think, is where that lies, don't you think?
yeah, but he made it all virtual. It's not you can't go no more.
Oh, right, but you can go to Houston and you can go look at properties.
Yeah, but
People are
I know.
traveling.
Yeah, I do need that's absolutely true, and I need to do that. So that way
Yeah.
Zach could take me to a nice steakhouse.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
All right.
Or barbecue.
Hey, that sounds good to me.
We have a lot of good barbecue here.
All right, as long as it's beef, I don't eat no pork.
You got it.
Well, listen, so Julie, how can everybody get in contact with you?
Yes, again, I'm on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Okay.
As Zach says, all of the social medias. I'm a little older, so I have to learn the lingo. I'm on social media as Facebook and LinkedIn. And so I can be reached at 972-833-2774, or give me an email, jpeterson@oldcapitallending.com.
Fantastic. And Zach, what about you? How can we get in contact with you?
Yeah. So as Julie said, I'm on all the social medias, even TikTok. I'll be there.
Really?
I'm dabbling into it, learning the platform. But my number is 713.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
As they go through all of your files, isn't TikTok going through people's files and?
Yep. You'll find me in there.
Okay, so be careful.
Everything's is filtered, so there's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
There's no dancing. The cell number is 713-855-7375. I'm pretty much active all the time on socials, and so best way to contact me, or email at zach.weik@multifamilygroupgrp.com.
Fantastic. And everyone knows how to get in contact with me. All you got to do is send me a message. Matter of fact, you can send me a message, Julie a message, Zach a message, right here on Facebook in the comments. And if you want to reach out to me, just to reach out, you can reach out to me in private message, or Daryl@murphybanditgroup.com. Daryl@murphybanditgroup.com. Every Tuesday, we have Commercial Multifamily Mastermind, right? Lunch and Grow. Every Tuesday, Lunch and Grow. Commercial Multifamily Mastermind from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope to see you all there. I want to thank Julie. I want to thank Zach for coming. And Zach, you and I will be in contact with each other soon.
Sounds good. Y'all have a great weekend.
You too.
You too, Julie. All right.
Yeah, you too. Be safe.
Right, you too.
All right. Bye-bye.